Morning. Another day, another verbal test. Today we're doing on the Marshall Motif II ANC earbuds, the new and improved versions of the original Motif earbuds. Now, we're going to explore, as per the usual, all while we test out these earbuds. But, first things first. Coffee. Check.
This is Bibble and Sip, started by a former design company founder Gary Chan, who apparently left all of that behind in 2014 to pursue baking after graduating from the International Culinary Center. And apparently, he was also a huge fan of the alpaca. They are everywhere in here. Now the website literally just says, quote, "because alpacas are awesome too," end quote. Can't really argue with that. Now, besides the solid coffee, they are known for their cute desserts in general, but also their cream puffs. Flavors like matcha white chocolate, Earl Grey vanilla, and black sesame walnut cream, among others. I got the black sesame walnut cream, and it's insane.
Okay, while we're here though, let's talk about the design of the Marshall Motif II.
Firstly, I like the texture of the case. It's meant to mimic Marshall's amps, clearly, like their Bluetooth speakers do as well. And the diamond texture on the stick is kind of fun. All in all, the design language feels very much in line with what we expect from a Marshall product these days. And honestly, they feel like a nice change for anyone who wants something different compared to the more minimalistic designs of most earbuds. The earbuds themselves are also squatter than most and smaller because of that, and they fit particularly comfortably in my ears, honestly, dare I say, more snug than most.
Speaking of that, and as I say with every earbud video, don't skip out on testing the ear tips that come with the earbuds,
as a proper fit can make a huge difference in the ANC and the sound quality, as it's needed to seal the ear canal. For colors, you can have them in any color you want, as long as it's black, and the case is rated at IPX4, so no dust rating, but protected against splashing water, and the earbuds are rated a bit higher at IPX5 for protection against water jets. So, sweating and rain aren't a concern, but try not to drop them in a puddle if you can help it.
Something else I thought was impressive when Marshall told me
is that the earbuds and case are made from 70% post-consumer recycled plastic, which is always nice. There's a good chance that you might recognize this tree. This is the Rockefeller tree here in Rockefeller Center.
rock and roll Marshall, Rockefeller tree. Sorry. Either way, this is one of the last times we're going to see the Rockefeller tree because it's January and it's coming down soon.
This tree here is a tradition dating back to 1931 when the first Rockefeller tree was put here by workers at the Rockefeller Center who pooled their money together to get a 20-foot balsam fir and decorated it with their family's handmade garlands. 2 years later, Rockefeller Center decided to make it an annual tradition and held the first tree lighting ceremony in 1933. This year's tree is a lot taller than that first one, coming in at 80 feet or 24.3 meters and 43 feet or 13.1 meters in diameter. This 80 to 85-year-old tree came from a home actually in Vestal, New York, and was donated by the family that lives there. It's covered in over 50,000 LEDs and a 900-pound, that's 408 kilogram, Swarovski crystal star with 70 spikes and 3 million crystals on it. And when this tree does come down, it's donated to Habitat for Humanity, a non-profit where the lumber will be used to make homes for those in need. The construction teams even brand the wood with the Rockefeller Center stamp that gets used every year from the tree. Kinda cool.
Okay, and let's talk about some of the other new features on these earbuds compared to the last Marshall Motif earbuds. The new Motif II ANC earbuds now use Bluetooth 5.3 LE for low energy, which has a longer range, less battery usage, and better audio sync.
They have wear detection that works well to pause and play the music if you take one or both of the earbuds out of your ear at some point. And they also have apparently better battery preservation, which can be turned on in the settings. Now, obviously, without using them for years, it's hard to know what that will actually do. But in theory, at least, it should help with the batteries lasting longer over time. Speaking of the battery, we get 10 more hours of playtime compared to the last model for a total of 30 hours with the case and buds, and 6 hours with the buds alone. You can also quick charge them using a USB-C charger for 15 minutes to get about an hour of playback with ANC on. They also have wireless charging for the case, which I always appreciate as someone who has a ton of wireless chargers throughout my apartment.
It's just a nice convenience to drop them down and let them charge overnight.
Okay, in honor of the rock and roll heritage of Marshall, I found a fun Candlelight Classic Rock on Strings event not too far from the tree. Now this event is an original series of events that the app Fever does around the world. They have ones that are Mozart or Vivaldi, but also Ed Sheeran, Beyonce, and Adele. Tonight though, it's songs like Paint It Black, Sweet Child of Mine, Pinball Wizard, Dream On, and Stairway to Heaven, including others, all performed by the Highline String Quartet, a local group here in Manhattan. Okay, while we're here though, let's talk about the way these buds sound. Firstly, some of the specs. We have 6mm dynamic drivers and 20 Hz to 20 kHz frequency response, and they have improved noise canceling compared to last year apparently, and we also have a transparency mode, as is the usual these days, to allow in outside sound better, and you can swap between these in the usual way of tapping and holding, and you can adjust any of the touch controls in the app also, as usual. They also come with an EQ, tuned by Marshall, but you can select from other presets in the app, as well as create your own custom one too, should you prefer to change the way they sound. Okay, and there you go, the new Marshall Motif II ANC earbuds. Honestly, they're solid. And of course, if you want something with a different style than what is currently out on the market for the most part, they're great for that too. The real kicker though, is the fact that these earbuds are $199. So they're a decent chunk cheaper than some of their competitors as well. Now, as always, I will leave links below to the best prices that I could find on these earbuds. Let me know what you guys think of the earbuds and my weird little format in the comments below. Always appreciate hearing from you guys. Also, subscribe and ding the bell so you get notified when I do new videos if you haven't already. And be sure to check out the rest of the Real World Test series where we check out a lot more places with a lot more tech. It's been a long day though, and I'm exhausted. So, good night. Too many cars. So many cars. Filming in Midtown. It's the worst. Damn it. More cars. Light just turned green. Cars! Car. Honking. I'm on the busiest street. That's 5th Avenue. I do this to myself. Merry Christmas, beep. Some of the new feet. Nope. Guy talking. So as soon as I start filming, people decide to take phone calls next to me. Like, I watched him walk a block all the way to this point, and then he stopped. Honk, 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 honk. You're not going anywhere. You chose to drive down 5th Avenue in January. This guy just turned on his car, and then he got out of it and walked away. One, it's ruining my audio, because now it's just idling in front of me. Two, who does that? Like, it's just, you could just go right up to it, hop in and drive away. It's a nice car too. Like, people, am I right? I really just care about the audio. Please turn the car off.